And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is definitely a day. And, you know, I think we could all agree that days are awesome. Um, or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's get over here to create mod, and we're gonna have some diggy fun today. So there goes the sandwich train. Woot woot. All right. I have decided that the next thing I'm going to be working on here in this world is cake. Okay. Now, I'm going to build this over here. Okay. It'll be in this area, but I've got all this stuff in the way, so we're going to have to clean that out first. Now, the reason I'm building it over here is because I have all of this frosting, right? Got all this glowberry and cream frosting and chocolate frosting fluids, and what is this one? Chocolate cream frosting fluid. I might need some of that too. So I'm going to be happily pulling all of this frosting out of here and pumping it over this way so that I can stick it into cake. Okay? Because I don't want to set up all of this mess again to make more frosting. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're just going to invest in plumbing and get stuck in the contraption, because that is also fun. But first, yeah, let's clean out some of this hillside, because yeah, it's definitely a hill, and it's going to be a problem. So let's get all of this out of the way, and obviously there will be a little bit more diggy that I'm going to have to do. But we're going to start here and see how it goes. Okay. See how far the happy little drill is going to get. I didn't bring my hyper tall drill over here because I figured that was going to be too much of a pain to deal with. So yeah. Here we are. All right, I think that's probably good enough. All right, and it's also dark as, whatever over here. So that's awesome. Okay. Gravity works. Big fan of gravity. All right, so yeah, I've got a lot of extra digging here to do, but it's only going to be a couple of layers of dirt, I think. So, that's going to be fun. All right, so let's meander down here, and I do want to run, I think I'm going to have to run this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and where be the drill? Be over here. All right. Yes, there we go. And off we go. Now, I do need to keep an eye on this so I don't accidentally come over here and tear down something important. All right, I think we're pretty clear up top here. As we get over this way towards the sandwich shop, I want to be sure I don't accidentally delete something I want. So we'll let the drill go for a minute. But I want to do this way so that I have room under there to place the drill and do more digging. Yeah, because it turns out all of these shops that I'm making, yeah, it's all driven by underground, factories and stuff. They're hip. Everything is underground. It's like that band that you like that nobody else knows about. It's really underground, All right. Yeah, that's probably okay. If I do need to... I say that. I don't know if it's going to be okay or not, to tell you the truth. Well, if I need to dig more, I'll dig more. It's not that big a deal. I do have a small drill. It's like a 3x3 if I want to do something a little bit more precise, but I don't know why I have to take that grass out, but I do. It's like a obsession or something. Anyway, how y'all doing? It's great to be here. Also, in a little bit of a shift, I am multi-streaming, for those of you who were not aware of that. But I'm also streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Started that today. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know how that's going to go, how long it's going to last, what's going on. It's sort of a test today. I had been streaming on Rumble. That was pretty much a waste of bandwidth. So we're going to see how things go over here on Kick. In addition to all of the other places. So we shall see. Oh, it's dark down here. That's not good. Okay. Oh, hang on. We got it. Okay. Gotta pick up over here, too. Whew. Okay. No, this is going to be great. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Just be sure I don't get the... All right, so that is definitely as far back as it can go. All right, well, that's fine. Try not to break this this section of the factory either. That would be easier to fix, but I don't want to. I don't want to have to fix it because I was dumb. And I'll tell you, dumb happens a lot. So, you know, I like to avoid that. In the meantime, speaking of dumb, it's dark over here, so yeah. Spread some light and cheer and, you know, something. Something is definitely being spread. It's like mayonnaise, but better. So like peanut butter. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, do not confuse your peanut butter and mayonnaise, especially on your chicken sandwich. That just seems like you're asking for trouble doing that, you know? Have room? Got room. Okay, perfect. Okay. I don't know what I did, but that was bad. I know what I did. I fed the thing from this side and then it wanted to turn and all sorts of weird things happen. Also, speaking of weird things, allergies suck. If you ever have the chance to be plagued by allergies, pass on that. Oh, man. They have been killing me today. My eyes are so flippin' dry. But that's okay. Also, I'm totally into the word flippin', and I don't know why. It's a thing, I guess. Right. I should have more sticks, right? Sticks? I have more... Well... That's terracotta. I know I've got wood around here somewhere. Alright. Oh, hey! Look! Planks. Perfect. Honestly, I probably have sticks somewhere, but... Nope, this is fine. We're totally fine. Also, a little more coal would probably be helpful here. Especially if I want to launch this minecart again. Tis okay. We're gonna do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You ever get weird songs in your head? I do. And, you know, Peter and the Wolf is not the worst song I've ever had in my head, but seriously, there are more interesting songs I could have stuck in my head than Peter and the Wolf. On the other hand, I had what was probably the most annoying song stuck in my head. And no, it's not that one. No, it was... I had the song that never ends. Huh? Okay. Now I'm confused. No, it's a song that never ends from Lamb Chop and stuff. Oh, look at you being a spider spawner. Okay, that's great. Huh. All right. I don't need it, but it's convenient that it's here. Honestly, had I remembered that that was there, and obviously it was lit up. So, I mean, it's possible that the sprite came through and lit it up, but yeah, that would have been a lot more convenient than the one I've got all the way out at the other place. Out at the mesa. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's the barrel. Uh-oh. And I think Minecraft has decided it's done for the day. Oh, wait. Oh, it's back. Okay. All right, let's try this again. This time with feeling. All right. Go. You know, it's nice thing about having a drill is that sometimes I put it in the right place and it does diggy things for me. And that's cool. All right, but we're definitely making progress, and we are above the level of that spawner, so that's good. I'd rather not break the spawner at the moment. Okay, I mean, at some point, I might actually want to do something with that. It's not going to be today, but at some point. 2, 3, 4. All right. So I think we're going to be okay right there. Yes. All right. Yep, we're good. We're fine. It's going to be great. Hang on. Just free cam real quick. All right. Just double check. Make sure I'm not eating at one of my other factories. That would be awkward. All right. The good news is we're getting some more copper, which honestly, I'm not entirely sure how much copper I've got. Hold there. So having a little bit extra so I can make some more pipes would be great. Oh. Hi. Did I... Oh, look. There's my, the other side of my other farm. Cool. Yeah, the chorus fruit farm is right through that wall, so that's lovely. Okay. Great. So we're not, it's not too bad. We're going to get a little diggy with it and clean out some more space here, but I think it's this. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll get this line going. Yeah, it would have been nice if my drill were tall enough to cover that whole thing, but it wasn't, and so yeah, whatever. Also don't know how far I need to go with this thing, so that's cool. All right, so yeah, so cake. Gonna be making cake. And probably pies. I think those are also on the list because I like pie better than cake. All right, so this is it, huh? All right, so looks like right about here. All right, let's just dig through here this way as well. Yeah, I like pie better than cake, which is fine. I don't know how easy it's going to be to mix and match those in this shop, but we're certainly gonna try it. Woohoo! Oh, okay, so we are coming through right here. All right. No, we're good. How's it going, Amanda? How's it going? It is a lovely Tuesday here. Hope things are going well with you. Yes, so that is going to be the plan. Unfortunately, I've got to dig out all of this space so I have room to actually do all the factory stuff. But yep, cake is the next thing on the list. Cake and pie, I think. Oh, you woke up minutes after the stream ended? Oh, that sucks. That's definitely annoying. All right. Let's start. Okay. So basically, I have all of this space to take out. So that's cool. You made it 2 minutes. Oh, man. Yeah, that's annoying. All right. So here's an interesting question. Do I want to try to just rig up the drill up here? I mean, I could. It's might be more painful than I want to deal with, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, and it was a short stream on Saturday anyway because I had to go do the tech for that funeral, which went well. I mean, the family was appreciative of that. They had a son who was on a mission who wasn't going to be able to be there for, or a grandson, I guess, wasn't going to be there for the funeral. So they were really happy that they were able to watch it remotely. Okay. So, all right, hang on. I'm full of stuff. Also, I really don't need all of this. So I think my machine ate a chicken and a sheep. Either that or it was a really feathery sheep and a woolly chicken. It's hard to tell sometimes. Who am I to tell the chicken it can't be a chicken, you know? Okay, look at all of the normal, organized way I'm attacking this back and forth and weirdness. Oh, anyway. So let's see. Anything else is going on? This is what happens when the machines take over the world. They eat the cheap and chickens. Yep, 100%. That is how that works. Gotta watch out for those cheaps, man. All right. So I think what I want to do first, let's clean it out down to this level so I'm like 1 block above the hole. And then I'll go through and get the last one. That'll just make this a little bit easier. Okay. I gotta get... Nope, I'm just doing the 1 block. We'll leave the 1 block there. We'll come back in and clean it up. Clean it out later because I know what I'm doing. Totally know what I'm doing. It is a thing I'm fairly certain that maybe I might know. But yeah, I think this will be relatively straightforward. If I remember the cake recipe, and I don't, but if I remember the cake recipe, I think it's fairly simple. It's just the frosting that's actually complicated, and I am already making the frosting. I am not, however, making proper grammar. Is it birthday cake? Some of it you could probably put a candle on it. So let's see. It's cake. Cake. So we got sweet berry cake. We've got berry cream cake with chorus fruit. We've got berry cream cake with glowberries, or with sweet berries, or just a chorus fruit cake, or regular glowberry cake. We have chocolate cream cake with butterscotch chips and with caramel chips and chocolate chips and dark chocolate chips. So we've got a bunch of cake with a bunch of recipes. Also cheesecake? I might have to look into cheesecake. So, yeah. We have all of the different cakes we got going on here. So, yeah. Back. I don't know how I managed to tab out of that, but I did. So, yeah, we've got lots of different cakes and lots of different toppings. I might have to make butterscotch chips over here. Because I don't think I have any place that's just making butterscotch for pickup. I'd building one giant cake. I might make that the shape of the store. I haven't decided yet. But the donut shop has a giant donut on top, so I suppose making the cake shop in the shape of a cake wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. It's just a matter of how much space it would take up. And I also want to put in pie. Let's see. Yeah, cake-shaped cake factory. Yes. Yeah. Nope, 100%. It's like the basket-shaped Lonneberger basket company. Absolutely. But yeah, like pie. We can do sweet berry pies and glowberry and chorus fruit pies and cookies and cream pie, apparently. So, yeah. Of course, I also have to figure out how to make a graham cracker pie crust. So, yeah, I'm sure that'll be easy and stuff. Yeah, nothing at all hard about any of this. It'll be fine. So we'll see. We'll see. I have to look at the pie recipes and see what all is going to be involved with that, because I don't want to have to set up all of the frosting stuff again. So it would be nice if I could just do that here. Oh, shoot, man. The villagers and their heart problems. I mean, I do have a farm where they can get fruits and vegetables, but no. There are a lot of foods here that are maybe not the best for anybody. You know, we have cake, and we have cookies, and we have candy, and I am stuck under the floor. Go me. All right. Aha, I made it out. I made it out. Oh, yay. Okay. And, you know, the burgers and the pizza and the spaghetti. All healthy, you know. It's the healthiest of stuff, right? Heck, some of the donuts will give you regeneration. And that's totally healthy. I wish donuts would help me regenerate because, dude, that would be fabulous. But no, real life donuts, you know, generate, you know, like fat and stuff. And I'm not entirely okay with that. You've never had a donut? They are delicious. They are not good, and they are a little, you get a good donut, they're not greasy, but they are fried, so you do get a little bit of oil going on there. But they are tasty. My favorite are the really old-fashioned sour cream cake donuts. And despite what they sound like, they're not sour. It doesn't taste like sour cream. And then, great. And then you get the raised donuts, which are pretty tasty too. But yeah, that smelled like quadruple bypass. Yeah. Well, having one once in a while is not going to kill you. Having lots of them all of the while, that's an entirely different story. But no, definitely not the healthiest thing on the planet. I mean, now, admittedly, I'm more of a bagel guy than donuts. Oh, I can't eat those either. But Oh, I love bagels. Get a good New York style bagel. Oh man, those are amazing. Little, a little cream cheese, or depending on the bagel, they're also really good with ham and cheese on them too. Girls in college used to bring Krispy Kremes. Okay. You don't want to get started. Yeah. Though, to be honest, Krispy Kremes are not that great. I know. Maybe that's a hot take and something, but Krispy Kreme donuts are not are okay, but they're not amazing, you know? Whoa. But no, I'm more about the bagels. Of course, it's hard to say no to nice cream-filled Long John, but nope. I'm on this weight loss thing. I'm doing okay. I don't eat donuts. And I'm actually making some progress. Not this last week. Last week I gained a couple of pounds back, but that happens from time to time. But doing okay so far, so that's fabulous. From the shoulders up, I'm doing good. No, actually, I'm doing okay. I'm still heavy, but not like it was when I started on this back in August. I think is when I started really going at it again to fix my diet and get my weight back under control. I was 270 pounds, and now I'm down to about 235, shade under, I think, but about that. So, you know, I'm down 35 pounds, so that's good, you know. I'm happy about that. But I'm trying to get down. Admittedly, I'm not trying that hard, but I want to get down to somewhere in the 170 to 180 range, which is about, well, okay, gravity, which is about good for my height and build. Have I ever figured out the train crashing problem? No, I have not. They just keep crashing. I think part of the problem, I don't know. Part of the problem, I think, is I don't quite understand the right way to do the signaling. I'm sure there's a better way of keeping the track clear, and I might have too many signals. But that's something I just haven't taken the time to sit down and figure out. But for the moment, it's not crazy. I can go fix them when they get stuck. Of course, it doesn't help that I keep adding more trains. And I will be adding one more with the cake shop here, too. But alright, so I need to bring this over to here, I think is the... Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I need to bring it this way. Ah, so much to clean out. It's faster with the drill, but up at this level, I've got enough going on. I don't want to risk accidentally ripping out my track or worse, part of the factory, so... I also never did figure out what happened with the villagers on the merry-go-round. Honestly, they probably just got really, really sick and had to go home. That's probably what the problem is. Given that they were on the merry-go-round for a long time. I mean, I don't know if you've ever spent multiple days on a merry-go-round, but I don't think it's healthy for anybody, really. So... you know, something to avoid in the future, I'm sure. So I'm going to have to go get some more villagers and other critters to man the merry-go-round. But as far as I know, it wasn't anything, wasn't like a pillager raid or something found it. Hey, Snoopers, how's it going? Looks good, thank you. Wow. Look, I've been on Twitch for like 1 minute. And let's see. Delete that. And ban that person. Okay, cool. We're doing okay. So yeah, the shirt is definitely comfy. It was surprisingly thick. It's got some, definitely got some heftiness to it, which I'm happy with. The only drawback is it is a little thick, which means it's a little warm, and it was nearly 80 degrees today, and that made it a little extra toasty, but still, it's a comfy shirt. Okay, we're almost done. We're getting pretty close here, I think. We'll get this, then I've got to do this last layer, and then we should do okay. Okay. Also didn't help that, oh, looks like I got 2 more rows. Okay. That, I didn't let the guy into the server room because he was doing maintenance on our on the AC unit there. And it turns out the server room AC had frozen overnight or sometime yesterday. And so it was a little bit warm in there too. You know, not the greatest thing ever. Kind of want the server room to be a little cooler, you know? Gotta keep those servers comfortable, otherwise they complain very loudly. Okay. I can do it. I can do it. Alright, we'll get this done, and then I think I'll go repair my shuttle. And then we'll see if I can figure out what I'm going to do with the cake, because cake is great and stuff. At least that's the theory. I don't know. It is 100% a theory. I'm not one of those people who actually likes cake. But I don't know. Maybe it's just, it has to be the right cake. More often than not, it's just way too dry. And just feels funky, so. You hate cake? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's... Now, brownies? Oh, man, brownies, on the other hand, I'm all about brownies. Fun to make, but gross to eat. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, see, I'm all about brownies. My birthday's coming up here in a couple of months, and in August. And I don't do a birthday cake, I do a birthday brownie. And, yeah, delicious. I can have all the brownies. Yeah. Nope, not going to make that joke. Okay. You ever have that moment? It's like, oh, this would be really funny. And then your brain steps in and says, no, it would not. You should 100% not say that joke. And this time, my brain was right. Square root birthday's in July. Okay. Fun. Woohoo. So what is a square root birthday? Like, my sister always used to celebrate, at least when she's at my dad's, we used to celebrate her half birthday because her birthday's in January, like the beginning of January. And Dad didn't feel like it was like super fair for her to get all of her presents like within the same week or 2 week span. So it's like, you know what? We'll do a half birthday. Square root birthday happens only to people born in 1980. Okay. Turn 45, which is the square root of of 2025. Okay. Nice. Well, that's cool. Actually, my sister falls into that category. She's, what was that? Go away. Okay. Yeah, because my sister was born in 1980 as well, so. Yep, she gets that fun. No, the only thing I've got going for me is I was born in 1977, so the same year as Star Wars. I always hope to do something cool with your best friend. Okay, yeah. You'll be alone for your cool birthday. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah, that's something. You know, I got thinking about it the other day. So, coming up here at the end of the month is my wife and I will be celebrating our 29th anniversary. Okay. Now, that's just a really bizarre anniversary to try to celebrate, right? It's not 30. Oh, thank you. Right? It's not like the 30th anniversary or everyone's like, ooh, 30. Yay, 30. No, it's like 29. Okay. Great, but right? It's like celebrating any anniversary that ends in a 9, I think is just awkward, right? And yes, 29th is a big deal. The fact that my wife has managed to put up with me for 29 years is impressive. But yeah, you just look at all of those big anniversaries, right? It's like, oh, here's the 30th or the 40th or even the 20th. But the 19th, the 29th, the 39th. It's like, okay, I mean it's not like it's nothing, but it's just completely overshadowed by all of those, divisible by 10 birthdays, I know they are all important, but it's just, we're all just so used to celebrating the decades, right? The decades or the powers of 5, right? Because the 25th anniversary is always, it's like a big deal because it's a quarter of a century or something. It's just weird. It is 100% a societal thing of something, but I do want to pick up this grass and dirt because I may want to do some more terraforming, and turns out I don't have a lot of either of those things. But the good thing, though, is, my wife and I will get to celebrate. I actually have that day off work this year, so that's going to be cool. Yeah, oh no, wouldn't want to moss mine all of this stuff. So close. We're going to be there quick. Though, I really could have just moss mined this. Honestly, I thought most of this was going to be grass, and that's insta-dig anyway, so. It's just a little bit here that's not grass. It's just a little bit of stone. Okay. Oh, look, it's dark out. Night comes for us all, and then we sleep. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that my wife and I would be able to do something cool for our 30th anniversary. But unfortunately, finances are the way they are, and that's not going to happen. So we'll have to push that off a little bit. But That's the problem. I got kids in college, and therefore, you know, I have no money. But they've got just a couple more years to go, and then we should be in good shape. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we are totally, it is totally a big deal. And, you know, now we're one of those couples too that we weren't dating for very long. You know, we started dating in college, and well, that's a whole separate thing. I don't know that I want to get into right now. But we started dating, and so it's the beginning of the semester, and then really by the end of the year, you never dated at all? Oh, 'cause you'll never have a 29th anniversary. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, now we started dating, and so it was August, September, something like that. And then we were basically engaged by Thanksgiving. Officially we weren't engaged until January, because she wanted to talk to her dad before she officially said yes, but and then we got married that summer. So definitely did not waste any time. It's also not the way I would recommend doing it, but worked for us, and you know, I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, allow that one. Yeah. Make sure her dad, yeah. Yeah, he nah, it ended up working out all right with him. No, she just liked to get his advice on some of that stuff. I mean, yes, she was pregnant at our wedding. But another one of those things I don't entirely recommend. But yeah. When's he gonna need the bat? Yeah. Yeah, that's heck. I know a couple of my kids haven't been dating either, so I mean, one of my kids was married and then divorced, which was yeah, that's a whole story, but yeah, I don't think my son hasn't dated at all, I don't think, and at least that I'm aware of. And but I guess my other two, my oldest, I don't think has ever dated either, but yeah, it's fun what social anxiety does to your social life, right? All right. We're almost done. We got this much more to go. Okay. This is an efficiency 5 shovel, right? Yep. Okay. I gotta double check that, you know. It wasn't feeling nearly as insta-mine as I was kind of hoping. Mom and sister always told you since you were little. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. No, I got lucky. I found a wonderful woman, and that's fabulous. Okay, it's gonna go. And, you know, we had our ups and downs. I mean, you don't spend 30 years with somebody and not have some trials from time to time. But, sorry, I think she said she had never really dated either, so... My wife, that is. So, you know, sometimes it just takes the right person. All right, we're going so close. But no, I'm definitely the last person to give dating advice. I'm just I did everything wrong and got really lucky with how it turned out. All right. Okay. Cool beans. So we now have a big hole, which is great. We're going to be filling it with cake, so that's awesome. All right, so let's see now. All right, so what I need to figure out here is how I need to make cake. So let's take a look at, oops, I can't spell cake. It's too hard. It's too hard to spell. Okay. So looks like we basically have raw cake, which is sugar dough, egg, and milk. All right, that's not too bad. And then the chocolate cake, so that's... Huh. Yeah, so you get the batter, and then you can smoke it. But basically, you cook it, right? You get your raw cake, you cook it, and then you put on frosting, and then you smash... Is it a mix? Okay, and then you mix the berries or whatever toppings on your cake. So that's cool. Yep, but nope, it is 100% raw cake. It's like watching the original cartoon movie of Cinderella of Disney's, right? And they're trying to decorate the raw cake. You know, it'll be much stiffer when it's baked. Chocolate cake. Where's my chocolate cake? Okay, hang on. All right, so this is chocolate frosted. How do I make that? It's a cake base plus chocolate cream frosting. Oh no, that's a chocolate cream frosted cake. Oh, so there isn't a actual chocolate cake. It's just cake with chocolate frosting. All right, that I can do. That's even easier. All right, so raw cake. What is that? I don't know why it... Oh, raw acacia? Okay, whatever. All right, so yeah, raw cake. And, if I want raw cheesecake, that's a graham cracker pie crust plus cheesecake filling. And Minecraft has decided that it doesn't want to tell me how to make cheesecake filling, because that's awesome. All right, nope, that's fine. I'll figure out cheesecake at some later point. Okay. Yeah, Minecraft doesn't like cake either. It's too much. It's just too much. All right, so we'll let this go. It'll be great. All right, so we'll get this up, but the cake looks fairly simple. What I need to figure out is how to make a graham cracker pie crust. and a regular pie crust. And then we should be good to go, at least as far as all of that stuff goes. All right, and we are back. Or will be in just a moment. I know. Minecraft is so weird. Doesn't like cake. All right. All right, so pie crust. So a regular pie crust is wheat flour, butter, and milk. Okay. That's lovely. I can get, I have plumbing. I can do more milk. And graham cracker is graham cracker crumbs. Of course it is. Butter and milk. And graham cracker, you're not helping. It's a smashed graham cracker. Thank you very much. Okay. This could be a challenge. Honey, butter, sugar dough, and milk. Liquid honey is going to be a problem. So, hang on. I need to come over here for a minute. So, over this way, I have been crafting honey blocks. What I'm going to need is liquid honey. Now, I can't pick up the honey block. I think I can melt it down and make liquid honey. Are there cooking mods like this? Absolutely. Ria, I guess is how to pronounce that. Exclamation point mod pack in the chat will show you where the mods I'm using. Yep, there you go. And so it's just out on Modrinth, the farm to table. So yeah. So yeah, it's mostly this is create mod, but it's create food and it's farmer's delight, and I think that's mostly it. So yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, I'm a little bit short on honey, so if I might have to make a little detour, not today, but sometime soon, and expand out my honey farm, because that's going to be an issue. Now, fortunately, liquid honey, look, if I get a honey block and I want to get liquid honey, okay, I could just, oops, no, I want to go the other way. Yeah, just heat it. All right, cool. No, for graham crackers, I need honey. And so, but yeah, so what I'm using Ria over the, oops, I can't, one of these days I'll hit the right button, mods. So I do have Farmer's Delight. So I've got that one in, and then there's, it's one of the create mod add-ons here, create food. Add some stuff to Farmer's Delight so that I can interact with it a little bit better with create mod. Because that's the whole goal of this world. Is I have this big create mod world. Okay, that's harvesting chorus fruit because I'll need it. But like this building I'm standing on is a donut shop where I'm automatically crafting donuts, and got a sandwich shop over. That's that gray building. That one makes chocolates of various fillings. This one's pizza and pasta. Over there is ice cream. That yellow and green one is the McBurger Hut. That's where you get hamburgers and chicken, bacon, cheeseburger things. It's just all delicious. So, yeah. Lots of fun stuff for all of your, well, eating needs and stuff. When did the village get little bellies sticking out? Oh yeah, so they've always had, I didn't bury the whole thing. Oh, when do the villagers get the little belly stick? Yeah. Yeah, they just get a little chubby, you know. No, see, they're on a good exercise plan, so they're good, you know. Right, you know, see, he's good. He might be eyeing the chicken, but say he's visited the Ministry of Silly Walks, and so they know what's going on. Yeah, that's why they need the treadmill. Exactly, Amanda. Exactly. I think he's had a little bit too much of the chorus fruits. If I had to tell you why do I think the villager is wobbling, yeah, that would be why. No, the said too much chorus fruit. Now there are some drinks in this. Yeah, I don't remember. Like there's hot chocolate and stuff, right? So there's all of that. I don't think there's anything else drink wise. Bottle of hyper enchanting. Nice. Yeah, so all that fun stuff. Okay. Sweet. So I'm gonna need milk for right. Is it milk for both the cake and the pie crust? Cake, I think so. Okay. Let's get the raw cake. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so it's eggs, sugar dough, and milk. All right, so fortunately, I actually have milk right here. This pipeline right here is milk. Okay? And that's going in to make all of the frostings. So I could tap into this pipeline and run it right over this way so that I have milk for the cake. Okay. All right, so that's good. It is nice to have some sort of understanding where the heck everything is. Okay, so if I'm going to bring milk over this way, right, so we'll bring that milk pipeline over here. So that'll come here along with whatever wheat and stuff I want. So I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to drop off everything. Now, the milk doesn't have to stay there, so I think what I might do, because yeah, I am going to need parking for the train here, right? Like the sandwich shop has parking. I'm going to have train parking here somewhere too. Now, I suppose what I could do, okay, not get hit by the train. Look, do you see how well I didn't get hit by the train? I know, I'm getting better at the not getting hit by trains. Okay. So yeah, so what I could do is I could try to run a train this way. That might work. I have to move this signal, but that's okay. I could shift that over this way, I suppose. Or I could just get rid of it. I don't know. There are multiple options here. But okay. So that might be a thing. So if I were to bring a train this way, okay, I'd have to do the drop off on this side. Okay, which is fine. I can do that. All right, and the way this is going to work, so a finished cake goes through a couple of things here, but you get the raw cake, And then you cook that and you get regular cake. Okay. And then you add your frosting to it, which is done. We can do it with a spout. Okay. So we can get our frosting, right? The cake comes through and we squirty the frosting on the cake. Okay. Great. And then we add our topping. So basically, we're going to have 3 steps, right? We have cake, cook cake, frosting, and toppings. I mean, technically that's 4 steps, but the cake to cook cake we can think of as 1 step if we want to. And we're not making blaze cakes here. So, okay. No, we're good. Cheesecake fluid. It's eggs and sour cream and cream cheese and that's gonna be a seriously, making cream cheese. Okay. Milk, salt, milk, and vinegar, which is sugar and apples and water, or any sort of melon, I guess. Okay, that's gonna be a pain in the neck. I'll tell you right now. Okay, but the good news is, if I run this way, we can figure out how all of that's gonna work. So, yeah, no, this will totally make sense. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is we'll have it drop off that way so I could do more processing under the road here if I need to, right? We can make the cake. Obviously, I've got pie crust that's going to have to get crafted up, so I've got room. We can have that happen here. And then it'll push out this way for the frostings. Okay. Okay, and that'll be fine. And then, yeah. And then we've got to put the toppings on. So, okay. Fairly straightforward, I guess, then. So let's get some cobbles. I only have 13 cobblestone? I guess that's fine. Do I have train tracks? Yes. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's take these. Let's go get some cobblestone so I can lay that down. And yeah, this is going to make some semblance of sense. I hope I can get this train to sort itself out correctly. It'll totally be a thing. All right, so let's see. Let's get some cobblestone, which is over here. Okay, that should be fine. Yep. Cobblestone storage is pretty full, so not too worried about that. Well, I guess we can stop by here and sleep. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, the cake is going to be easy. The pie crusts are going to be harder. And the cream cheese is just going to be stupid. Okay, it is. The cream cheese is going to be a little bit crazy. So, making cheesecake, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it here. So I'll be making the pie crust and stuff anyway. But holy cow, that's going to be 18 different flavors of nuts, I'll tell you. And at least I don't have to put nuts on these. Okay. All right, so this, we're going to track over. No, okay. All right. This is going to track over here somewhere. Is this track one way? Yes, it is. Okay. So maybe what I want to do is, can we... Yeah, okay, we can go here. Oh yeah, that's not going to be a problem at all. No, it'll be totally fine. All right. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. All right. This is fine. Everything is fine. We'll make it work. So given the way that's going, so trains are going to come this way. So either I swoop in and I'm going that direction. See, this is one way this way as well. So probably what I want to do, is bring this one way this way, take out this turn here. Okay, so the trains will come in this way and then out that way. And yeah, it's going to get all loopy. Kind of the way I feel sometimes trying to figure out where all my track is going. It's just making me feel loopy. And that's definitely a feeling. I don't know. I could do without it, I think. But today we are going to deal with the loopiness. Okay, so we're going to bring some track from over here to around this way. Okay. And then this way. All right. So that's the plan. Okay. We'll fall. And also, I didn't offhand any of my track. All right, hang on. I've got to recreate this. Okay. Because I need to offhand all of this cobblestone so that it will actually place that down. All right. Yeah. No, this is wonderful. Okay. All right. So this is going to go this way. Just connect up like that. Oh, what a mess. All right. No, we're good. We're fine. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. All right. Now I think that's going to be close enough. We can turn this way. All right. We're good-ish. Okay. So that's the plan, is that trains can come through this way and then around that way. Yeah, and I'll have to set a train signal back here somewhere. All right, that makes sense. And then I'll just drop off everything going down this way, which means I'm going to want to come out. Let's bring this over here. Whoa, 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 falling, falling. Okay. What's with the blocks not blocking? Well, that's just weird. Okay. Am I about to crash? No, I think it's just caught me in a weird state. Okay. Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, there we go. It just caught me in a weird state. All right. And, you know, I live in a weird state anyway. But, you know, it's... Okay. Cool. So that's... I can make that the drop-off point here. And then everything will go down that way. All right. That's definitely a thing. All right. So I don't think I have a PSU on me. I definitely have one down here, though. So All right, so let's grab a portable storage interface and let's get some. Oh, I would love to get some stuff here. So create toolbox. Thank you. There we go. One, create toolbox. Okay. So we got the PSIs. We have some chutes. So this is all going to come down this way. Okay. Okay, that'd be nice. It goes like that. All right. So that will go here. All right. And so this is going to be where I'm dropping off all of the goods that are going to flow through this, right? So I'm going to get all the wheat and the sugar and all that good stuff. Right? It's going to be okay. Gonna be fine. All right. Yeah, so no, in all seriousness, so the trains will come this way. We'll bring this down here. Now, we are going to have to, whoops, come on. Gravity is cool. All right. We're going to need to bring this down kind of here-ish. I don't know if I want to bring it down all the way this way or if I want to stop a little bit higher, which would be fine, and do something else. Okay. Because that would be cool, right? The reason I'm partially thinking I want to stop it a little bit higher, at least for some of it, is create mod, actually like redstone in general, tends to work downhill, okay? You get chutes that bring things down. I kind of like this approach for my selectors so that when I order, so in this case it's donuts, right? But when I order a donut, it will come around this way somehow. I don't remember how, but somehow it'll come across this way and end up in the right pool to go get all of its frosting goodness. Okay. Now, since I like frosting goodness, we're going to keep that action going. So, next step. As I'm sure there is a next step. All right, so that'll come down. I think I do want to bring this down just a little bit more, though. All right. That should be good. All right, so let's get a belt here. And mechanical belt. All right. Woohoo! All right, so if I bring this belt this way, right, I can run it right across here. Okay, that might work. Right, so it'll drop off stuff this way, and then I could feed things into wherever it is I need to feed them into, right? So all of the wheat and sugar and stuff that I need for the sugar dough can come this way. Okay. I think this will be fine. Possibly. I know what I'm doing. I totally know what I'm doing. Okay. So it'll drop off a bunch of stuff over here. We'll make the cake and the pie crust going out this way. This will also drop off all of our fruit and quite probably the honey, though said I am close enough. Maybe I'll still drop off the honey, but we'll figure this out. But because I'm close enough, I have to cook up a bunch of copper for all the pipes, but I am kind of close enough. I could pull honey directly out of this tank, assuming I have bees up here that are. Oh, my bee thing stopped. Why did this stop? Oh, okay. Hang on, I have to fix my beehives. That's not cool. My bee farm is broken. Okay. Well, let's solve this problem. I like problems that are solvable, you know? Okay. I think this is just a large cogwheel. That's all I need on this one. Bring the toolbox with me anyway, but this is, I believe, a fairly simple fix. Okay, so let's come on up this way and then down this way. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Huh. I don't know why that was going all the way up that way, but sure. All right, there we go. And the honey is flowing again. Wonderful. I love it when things work. Okay. Cool. So now the honey is going to be flowing again, which is great. Yeah, it's a little bit of a ways, but not too bad, I think, to just pump honey out of, not the lava. That's lava. That would be, lava would make an entirely different type of graham cracker, and I don't think I'm okay with that. So we'll just, we'll use this one. Okay, so yeah, so the honeys will come in here. So right now, most of it's, as it comes in, is being pressed out into honey blocks. Boy, that's probably been broken for a long time, too. Man. That's annoying. Anyway, so cool. So we'll come this way. And so the first thing I'm going to need is cake stuff. All right, so let's look at our raw cake recipe. Okay. So it's sugar dough, eggs, and milk. We're about as far away from the milk as we can get, but that's okay. And sugar dough is wheat, sugar, and water. It's also going to be wheat, sugar, and eggs. And I'm going to have plenty of eggs. Now, egg powder, oh, you have to cook, and I'm not going to do that. So we'll just use eggs. All right, so hang on. Do I have signs? Do I have signs? Paying ace of base. We've got some signs. No. Also, we've got a bunch of chorus fruit. Let's, wow, this thing is all stuck again, so that's cool. All right. Hang on. Let me just get a bunch of this chorus fruit out of my... Okay. We'll let that go in there. And I don't know where we're stuck, but... All right. Cool. All right, so all that can go to make vegetable oil, which is wonderful. Yeah, something. I like these, but they definitely back up from time to time. Okay, so yeah. All this stuff. Too many extra veggies and things. Yeah, we got going on here. All right, anyway. So that's all going to do its thing. All right, so we're going to come off of here. Am I going to have enough room? I think so. I think what I'm going to want are... do I want to do it with smart chutes, or do I want to try to do this with tunnels? So the problem you have with the tunnels is what just happened over there. Is things can sometimes get backed up and end up in a weird state. And that's not at all what I would. She's stand on the thing already. Okay. Anyway, that's not what I want to deal with, okay? All right, so let's see now. What do we do? All right, so this will come this way. We'll bring this over. All right. Oh, right. I was looking for signs because I'm going to have to figure this out here a little bit. So we'll just craft up a few. Okay. I've got plenty of signs, or at least plenty of crafting tables. Okay. All right. Well, this is okay. All right. Okay. So. Oh, also, I guess all of these signs are done now. Yep, those ones are done. So we've got multiples of signs here. All right, so let's actually set up a little bit here, okay? So I need sugar dough, right? Which is something. All right, so if I want to make, it's a donut hole, sugar dough. That is wheat flour, sugar, and an egg. Okay. This dough is wheat flour, sugar, and egg. It could be water, right? It absolutely could be water. And honestly, water's infinite anyway, so a quick pump for that wouldn't be too bad. All right. So that's lovely. All right, so the next thing I need to do is, let's go back to our raw cake recipe. All right, so we're going to take that sugar dough and we're going to mix it with egg. Yeah, egg and milk. Okay. So the cake is the sugar dough dot. We're fine. We're fine. Egg and milk. All right. Cool. So that's not too bad. I will have to grind, right? Wheat flour. Let's just move that torch. Right. So wheat flour is wheat and then grind wheel. Okay, or a millstone. All right. So not too crazy. Hang on, I gotta turn the fan on. It's starting to get warm in my little corner of the house here. Hopefully that's not too bad on the microphone there. Okay, so this is where we're at with cake. Now, if I want pie, all right, so a pie crust. Raw pie crust. Oh, of course, then we have to cook the cake as well, but we can either mix or we could smash. Either is fine, it turns out. Interesting. But that is wheat flour. Okay. All right, so pie crust, okay, is wheat flour, butter, and milk, right? Did I get that right? Mixy. Wheat flour, butter, milk. Okay. And this is mix or it's mix or smash. Okay. And then, of course, we have to do the thing. But then the cake, oops, not like that. Come back here, my friend. Oh. Oops, cake. Raw cake, that's just a mix. Okay. All right, so we've got some wheat flour we're going to have to worry about. Okay, which we can do. That's not going to be overly crazy, I think. Right, so there's that. Oh, we can make mini graham cracker. We're not going to make mini pies, okay? No, we're going to make full-size pies because I'm a full-size person, and we are just not doing that, okay? Okay. All right, so graham cracker pie crust, okay, is graham cracker crumbs. All right, so we're going to have to do... Oh, actually, before I get to that, let's check out. There is also a chocolate pie. This is a chocolate graham cracker pie crust. Oh, goody. That makes me happy. Okay, pie crust. All right, so we've got pie crusts, raw pie crust, graham cracker, chocolate graham cracker. Okay, so awesome. Raw chocolate, raw graham cracker, and then just pie crust. All right, great. So now, so if I want to do a graham cracker crust, graham, I don't know how you spell graham. Hang on a sec. Graham, because that makes sense. Graham. Okay. Graham. All right, so we need graham crackers. Graham crackers is what happens when you make a joke that would be totally inappropriate for a family-friendly stream. That's pretty much what happens is when a graham cracker does something really inappropriate on stream. That's kind of what happens here. All right, so that was just stupid. All right, graham cracker. All right, so graham cracker is honey, butter, sugar dough, and milk. Smash. Okay. Okay, so this is smash. Okay. So, honey, milk. Was it butter? Was that the other thing in it? Butter and sugar dough. Okay. Okay, butter and sugar dough. This totally makes all the sense in the world, right? Right. All the sense in the world. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's wonderful. All right, and then the crumbs are easy, right? If I want graham cracker crumbs, you just smash the graham cracker. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So G crumbs smash, and it's just the graham cracker. Okay. And then we get our pie, or our pie crust, right? So raw pie crust is graham cracker crumbs, butter, and milk. Okay? G crumbs, butter, milk. Okay. Crust. And this is mix or smash. Okay, close enough. Right. It's the crumbs, butter, and milk. Okay? All right, now, if we want a chocolate graham cracker crust, It's chocolate graham cracker crumbs. Which means we have to make chocolate graham crackers. Oh, goody. Okay. So. Okay. So, chocolate G crackers is milk, butter, chocolate graham crackers. Oh, that's a graham cracker with chocolate. So if you're on your way to making s'mores, we're not doing that. We're making chocolate graham crackers. So, okay. And then honey and chocolate sugar dough. Great. Honey and chocolate sugar dough. Sugar Doug. Okay. Yes, because that's... Okay, chocolate sugar dough. Right. So we're coming off the sugar dough because I've made that before. It's not ridiculous, right? Chocolate sugar dough. It's a donut hole. Okay. It's a powdered chocolate donut. Yay. Okay, anyway, chocolate sugar dough is egg or water, flour, sugar, and cocoa powder. Okay. Right? I did see that correctly, right? Egg, sugar, cocoa powder. Or wheat sugar. Yeah, no, this makes sense. I'll get there eventually. Cheese shug dough. All right. We got this. We got this, right? Okay. Wheat flour, sugar, cocoa powder. Okay. Wheat flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and then egg or milk. Right? Right. Okay. So that's fine. It's basically the same as regular sugar dough. You just add cocoa powder to it. Okay? But you can start to see here some of the how some of this is all going to show up. Okay. So I'm just going to keep falling. All right, so the graham cracker crust, all right, the chocolate graham cracker crust, the raw stuff, is chocolate crumbs, butter, and milk. Or, yeah, so chocolate crumbs, butter, and milk. Okay. Chocolate graham crust is the chocolate green crumbs. Oops, bitter? Not quite. Butter and milk. Buttermilk is a different recipe, actually, I think. Okay, so that's the idea. Now we can smash or we can mix. Either way, we get ourselves a pie crust here. So, awesome. I may use the smashy just because it's going to be more fun, but... So we actually have a lot to do. I was expecting this to be a little bit easier, but no, there is a lot to that. Okay, and we haven't even talked about, I mean, we have, but the actual practicalities of making cream cheese. That's just insanity. Also, what are you doing down there? No, like, seriously, why are you down here? You're not supposed to be down here. I don't want you to be down here. Do I have something I could... Oh, yeah, that might be why he's down here. Okay. I do not have a flint and steel on me, and I do not have a... Alright. Actually, I think I do have a flint and steel. It's just in my toolbox. I also don't have a lava bucket on me, but... Flint and steel. Hi. Here. Can you just sit there and burn? Okay. Yeah. It'll be fine. You'll love it. You'll be great. See how delicious you look after you're cooked alive. That got a little dark. Sorry about that. It's we're not quite the direction that should have gone. All right, no, we're fine. Everything's great. Anyway, so that's a thing. Yeah, because the cream cheese, I might just need to set up a cream cheese factory, man. Though, no, I can make that happen here. In fact, if I bring the cream cheese ingredients off first, I could have a lot more room coming out this way if I need to, because I'm not building anything else out this way. Okay. This is the edge of the city. All right. This is all going to be open. I'm not doing anything with it. Okay. I might come out here and bone meal some of it, but it's definitely not going to be anything built up out here. Right. Does that make sense? Okay. So, all right, so obviously I'm going to have to get milk out this way. Jeez. But yeah, the stuff to get cream cheese or make cream cheese fluid. Yeah, salt and milk. So we'll have to get salt, but that's easy. I've got a factory for that. We're already pumping over a huge amount of milk anyway. And then the vinegar is sugar, fruit, and water. Okay. Vinegar. Okay. So vinegar. Okay. Vinegar is sugar, fruit, and water. Is that heated? Is that the vinegar? Vinegar. Gonna make some vinegar. Okay, it's not heated. It's just mixed. Okay. Great. And then, right, so then the cheese, the liquid cream cheese is salt, milk, and vinegar. Okay. Okay. Liquid cream cheese is salt, milk, vinegar. Okay. So then if I want to make a cheesecake, right, here's just a plain cheesecake or cheesecake fluid. It's the cream cheese. It's sour cream. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, no, this is fine. How do you make sour cream? It's heavy cream and milk? I don't know, gang. Cheesecake is becoming a problem, okay? We may have to do an entire cheesecake factory. And if we do that, we're going to run into trademark issues, okay? I'm not sure I'm okay with violating trademark just to make a delicious dessert. But that's where we may end up being here. Okay. The good news is all of the cheesecake, I don't think there is a chocolate cheesecake or a cheesecake in a chocolate crust. It looks like it's just, yeah, so if I want to make an apple cheesecake, for example, it's raw cheesecake plus apples. Okay, or you deploy it, or raw cheesecake to, okay. I'm not sure what that is, but okay. All right, but anyway, the deployer can do that too. So, all right, so I would just have cheesecake and then shove stuff into it and then bake it. Okay. Right, because then if I were to take this guy and smoke it, then we get actual cheesecake. So yeah, cheesecake, I hate to say it, but cheesecake may be an entirely separate shop. All of the other pies may go here, but cheesecake, we'll have to think about that a little bit. Because there's a lot of messiness to cheesecake. Okay. So much messiness to cheesecake. All right, so. Well, that's great. Okay, but most of the rest of the stuff, though, isn't too bad. So we are going to have to make sugar dough, and we're going to have to make chocolate sugar dough, because we'll need the chocolate sugar dough for the chocolate graham crackers. All right, well, again, that's going to be fairly easy. So, all right, so if I pull that off first, okay, so we'll take all of that, and I'm going to need milk. So, since I'm going to need milk over here, we can do that in a couple of ways, but I'm kind of thinking what might be nice would be to pull the milk from under here. Do you want to take it all the way under the chocolate factory here? Or because I can take the milk all the way under this way, all the way under here, right? And then over. Okay, which would be a little bit of digging, but it's not ridiculous, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be too bad. The other option, right, so I could take it under that way. Where's the rest of the milk coming out over here? It's over there. So I could bring it that way and over as well. That would be a lot less digging. There's something to be said for that. Not no digging. Because I think what I'd want to do is bring it underneath all of this. Right. I'd want to bring this down this way. We could run it, I guess, under or through the floor. And then it's going to have to pop up over this way. So, all right. So basically here at the chorus fruit line. Yeah. So somewhere right around here. Yeah, that's chorus fruit. Okay. I'd have to run this way. So chorus fruit. Pickaxe would be a plus. All right, so basically we'd have to run it down from there over to here and then over this way. Okay. No, that's obnoxious, but I guess that's a thing. All right, so coming off the chorus fruit, that puts me over this way. Okay. That's all right. Cool. So we'll come out basically about here. What I think I'm going to want to do is bring this into a milk storage tank. Okay. Because obviously you saw the recipes, right? As I was going through this, we're going to need a heckin' ton of milk over here, right? Ever so much more than a cup. So if I pump the milk in this way, okay, into a milk tank over here, then I can pump the milk out of this tank into all of the places I need it. And then this will just be a nice buffer for all of that. Okay. I think this is going to make some sense. I think. I've said it before. I will say it many more times. 90% of create mod is traffic flow. Okay. All right, so what is that? 52. Cool. So that's kind of where we're at the moment, is trying to figure out traffic flow. How do we get what we want from where it is to where I need it to be? Okay. All right, so we're going to get a little more diggy action going on here, but that's okay. Yeah, this is all really cool when it comes together, but it just takes a lot of, there's a lot of tediousness as you work through all of this, okay? And it's okay, right? I don't mind a little tedium if I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Okay, and right here is where we want to take this. Okay. Let's just make sure I've got light levels on so that I can be sure this tunnel is well enough lit. Okay, but we're just going to come right underneath all of these belts. And it should be fine. Okay, yeah, it's not at all going to be a problem. We're going to be okie dokie. We'll just do the thing and more of the things. It'll be wonderful. Okay. I'm putting the torches on the side here because I'm going to have to run the pipe for the milk, obviously. But I also need to run a shaft and stuff over here so that I can power the pumps. Okay, so that's a little bit of a pain, but it's all right. I'm going to harvest all of this copper that's here. We're going to need so much, so many fluid pipes that I definitely want to be sure I've got all the copper I need to make that happen. Okay. And the last time I looked, it's running a little bit low. So we'll deal with that. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay. We'll come out this way. Right? We'll pump the milk over here into a fluid tank up here. Okay. And then I can come out of this fluid tank wherever I need to come out of it into all of these things, right? Into our cake dough and our pie crust dough. Okay? So we'll get all of those in. We'll bake all of that stuff. And yeah. Oh, it should be fine. Everything will be absolutely 100% fine. Won't be a problem with this at all being not fine in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, let's come down here and get this copper. Whew. Now, I don't have a copper farm in this world. Okay. Would I like a copper farm? Sure. I just have not gotten around to building one. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to. Okay. There are definitely things we can do. But really, the only way to get copper, you either you dig it or you deal with drowned. And I don't feel like setting up the whole zombie transformation into a drowned killing chamber thing, okay? It's doable. It's not particularly hard. ENX04 has a really tremendously simple farm for doing that. But still. That's definitely an issue. Okay, so. Okay. Remember when I was running short on cobblestone? Good times. Good times. All right. So, where did all my copper go? Those are bricks. Copper would be nice. Oh, there's all the copper ore. You know, my glasses broke a couple of days ago. And so I'm using my spare glasses. And they work. They're actually slightly stronger than my regular glasses. But they're not fabulous. So I think I've got replacement glasses coming, but it's going to be a while. So we'll get there eventually. All right, so let's see. Oh, let's mine out this copper since I'm a little bit desperate for it. Okay. I don't care at all about the iron, but the copper. Definitely need that. Okay. I could feed that, attack that with a fortune pickaxe, but ooh, we actually have a lot of raw copper. Oh, this is actually good. Okay. This is very good. All right, so let's smelt all of this raw copper. Okay. Good, so that's 4 stacks of copper. That's a win. Let's check upstairs and see if I have any more copper, because we're going to be using a lot of it. And, okay, that's raw iron. Those are bricks. Oh, I've got so many bricks. Okay, wonderful. Okay, there's a little bit of raw copper here, too. All right, nice. You always have an overload of copper. Yeah, I get it. Well, copper, it's not something I build with a lot. But in Create Mod, you use it for everything. Obviously for these fluid pipes, but you also use it for making brass, which is used for lots of other things too. So, speaking of which, I'm going to have to get trading with some villagers because I'm going to need some redstone. I don't have it. Okay. All right. Well, that's perfectly fine. Let's go see a villager about some redstone. I was going to throw my shovel through the repair-o-matic, but turns out I think I'll end up with enough XP from trading with these villagers. I don't need to do that. Okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna need a bunch of redstone. I don't have any more. I don't have any more light bulbs. I forgot what the official term is here, but I don't have any of them, and that's a problem. So, can I get some? Thanks. Okay. Yeah, because those whatever they call them, they're light bulbs, whatever they are. You need those for all the smart things, right? So I'm going to need a bunch of smart chutes, which means I'm going to need crazy amounts of redstone to make all the things. Okay. So much redstone. Alright. Yeah, because if I can get 8 stacks, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, perfect. Alright. Plus some. Or not. That's cool too. Alright. Cool. We'll just throw that in there. That'll be fine. Okay. Let's now go get ourselves some other things. All right, we'll grab a stack of quartz out of the barrel up here. Quartz, go. All right, so now I need a bunch of rose quartz. I ended up a little short. I mean, that's okay, just... All right. Hello, Roddy, welcome in, welcome in. What's my favorite DreamWorks movie? I don't know. It's not something I really keep track of, you know? 4, 5, 6. Oh, they've certainly made some good ones. Okay. We'll let this go. It doesn't help that I keep thinking of movies. It's like, is that a DreamWorks movie? Wait, no, that's Pixar. Oh, wait, that's something else. That one might have been Disney. Oh, am I out of... in fact, definitely out of sandpaper. All right, there we go. Sand away, my happy machine. All right. Aye. Can I have my thing back, please? Thank you. All right. So we'll get all this fun stuff. Grab some of this. All right, good, because I'm going to need a bunch of these. Like I said, we're going to have so much of that we're going to need. All right, and we've got copper. This is wonderful. Now, I had some copper sheets. I think I'm going to need a few more of those. So let's go ahead and just smash up a couple of stacks of copper sheets. Because I'm definitely going to need those for something. Okay. Also, let's get a stack of barrels. Maybe a couple of stacks of barrels. Because we're going to need them for the vaults. Or the fluid tanks, actually. Because that's how they work. You stick copper around a barrel, you get a fluid tank. It's fun and exciting. Okay. Almost done. All right. Ooh, actually, let's throw another couple of stacks in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to need that. Because if I remember right, the pipe recipe, right, if I'm making fluid pipes, yeah, it's sheets plus ingots. So I'm going to need more sheets than I've got. Especially if I'm turning all of these sheets into fluid tanks. Right, so fluid tanks. Boom. Okay. All right, so that's gonna take a little time to go. And I don't need a full 3x3 giant tank, but I think a 2x2 tank will be good. That will give me enough milk that I can pump into the cakes and the pies, pie crust recipes, and all that good stuff. So yes, it'll be great. While we're waiting, just a reminder, you can become a supporter at musicfreegaming.com. And supporters, I'll throw your name up on this wall. It'll be great. So check that out if you want to help support the show. See, how is that for seamless? Okay, sorry, I'm going to show the seams now. It's crazy, but yep, we're gonna have all the seams. All right, so that should do it. All right, so I think the plan is going to be to not get hit by this train. That would be a good plan. I don't know what it's going to get, but it's definitely getting something. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely caught up in all the things here. Hi. Oh, we're backed up on wheat. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, that should make things go. I have no idea what that is, Roddy. But, no. Yep, we're just full. All right, no, that's great. Okay. No, we're cool. Is that the... No. This is the death one. Okay, cool. We'll just let that burn. Okay. We're making some semblance of progress. Okay. I don't know what the progress is, but we're definitely making it. Okay. So that comes in. Just put this down here too. All right. Cool. So the plan here, the ingredients will get offloaded, and right, I need milk. That was half the point of this exercise. Okay, I do have some blocks of copper here, and the fluid tank. So we're gonna come over here. I think to make life a little bit simpler, we'll just do this way. Okay. Do I want this to go up even higher than that? That should be good. That should give us plenty of milk over here. Eventually. Ooh, zinc. Sorry. Some of these resources I don't have a lot of, and I really should just take my drill out and let it mine all the things, but it's not where I'm at, apparently, in this phase of my life. Alright. Good, so that's... Oh, okay. My inventory is a disaster again, which is not unusual, I gotta say. This is actually very usual. Okay. Stop doing the thing. Alright. So this is what I have in the way of fluid pipes. I am going to have to turn a bunch of these into pumps, which is fine. I can do that. So let's just have a couple of cogwheels with me. This should be great. All right. So the plan here is we'll go this way. All right, so I'll need one more up there, but I'm not ready to connect it up yet. So let's just run crazy amounts of pipe here. You know, if only I knew an Italian plumber or something, this would be so much easier. But no. Again, with the, hey, let's get the copper while we can. All right. Yeah, so this is going to be a long, crazy mess, but it's okay. All right, this goes here and here and here and here. Okay. This numbers on the ground remind you that you've had 2 nightmares about Minecraft this week. Ooh, that's crazy. One of them, when you looked at the bottom obsidian block of a portal, it will tell you the coordinates of that block. Oh, right. Yeah, that would be cool. So, yeah, if you looked at the coordinates of the block, it would tell you the other one. There is a data pack for that. Like, if I were to look at a block, and I have it, you get it from Vanilla Tweaks, and then just trigger, I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah, NC, it's like, I'm in the overworld. And it pops up, tells you, oh, those are the nether coordinates. But obviously that's a data pack and it's not vanilla, but it is very cool. One of your dreams, the nether had shipwrecks. Ooh, that would be really cool, actually. Deep, dark water lakes. Okay, so you can't have water in the nether, but still. And if you drop something, there's no hope of finding what you dropped. Okay. Crazy. All right, you know what I might be able to do? Hang on, let's... Oh, well, that's annoying. All right, so I actually have... I have power down here. Okay. That's great. So yeah, so I could tap right into power here. Somewhere. Okay. Yeah, so I can bring power over this way. Okay. Right, so I could do that. The other option is to run power along the top of this, which would be fairly straightforward, actually. And I could just run... Theoretically, I could just run a shaft from over there over to here. And I think that would work. Or let's head over this way and see. We've got ourselves a pling. Okay. So I could tap this as well and just bring it down this way. All right. That's not bad. I mean, this is a fairly long run, though, so we'll have to figure that out a couple of times, but... All right, but once I've got... Of course, once I have power down here, I could just branch off and go that way and stuff, too, so... Have I watched DreamWorks and... I can't... I mean, I've watched DreamWorks movies. I don't know that I've seen that particular one that you're referring to. Roddy over there on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to have to run... Yeah, so we're going to have to run power this way. Okay. Now, obviously, that's not going to work. I have to put a gearbox there, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. So that's going to go like that, which would be handy if I had my toolbox. Okay. Okay. Let's get under the... well, I was going to say get under there and get that running, but honestly, I need to do this first, so that things are connecting up right. So this is going to have to come out. Put the gearbox right there. Okay, we'll come out of this. Okay, and then what I can do is... Oh, I don't have a thing on me. Hang on, I need a mechanical belt. This isn't necessarily the best way of doing it, but it's the easiest. Alright, so that'll flop down this way. Cool. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to need is, let's grab a handful of mechanical pumps. That should be enough. And we'll do it this way. So put a pump in right here. Nope. There. Thank you. That's fine. Alright, so that, I believe that's pumping the right way. Yes. Awesome. Alright. So now what I should be able to do is get up here and connect that in. Alright. So milk is now coming all the way over here. Alright. Looks like it's coming under to there, right? No, not quite. So somewhere over here. I think let's put a pump in right there. Oops, gonna have to go that way. And then this becomes a cogwheel. Yeah, that's good. The way the pipes, it'll be milkshakes by the time it gets there. Yeah. Well, you know, it'll be fine. I'm sure making milkshakes, making cakes out of milkshakes will be delicious and stuff. Because that's totally how that works. Alright, so we have milk here. Okay, that's good. Alright. So this is all going this way. Until the milk stops, which is going to be back that way somewhere. Alright, so let's see if I can make this happen. Like so. There we go. Alright, yep, we have milk. Honestly, how much further do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, well that's fine. We can do it this way. This will be fine. Alright, so that's going to go there. This goes that way. We run some more power. Come on. More power over here. Okay. And now we have milk. Great. All right, cool. So this will fill up with milk, and that's wonderful. All right. I'm going to keep those cows busy over at the dairy. All right. Okay, cool. So that's going to go that way. So we now have milk. So we're going to have to hit a couple things now coming off of this. We're going to have to do wheat flour, and then we're going to have to do the 2 different types of dough. Okay, because all of that ends up coming off into lots of things. So, great. And I'm going to have to pull off seeds, because grinding up the wheat flour will end up also generating seeds as well as the flour. So, not ideal, but it's okay, I guess. Yeah, we're going to pull all that milk out of there. All right, on the plus side, it also means I have power over here that I can start tapping into wherever I need it. So we're getting closer to this. In fact, I think I'm going to run this over here. I may not need all of this way, but it's going to be handy. Yes, I could throw the seeds into the composter. I could just burn them, which is probably what I'll do. Right now, I'm turning... my kelp farm generates bone meal, so I've got a lot of bone meal. Mostly that's being generated, which is good. I actually need bones. I haven't AFK'd my skeleton farm for a while. I need bones here because where is it? Over here. Because the marshmallow factory uses bones so I can get marshmallows. Which is great, but yeah, right here. And I don't have a lot of bones coming in, so, you know, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. All the mellows. Okay. One drawback we've got with this, too, is that I really need more carrots than I've got coming in. Oh, well. Is the butter stuck? Butter seems stuck. Okay, well, hopefully this will all go. Yeah, unfortunately, I said I think I've got a little bit of a backlog of stuff here, which is unfortunate thing. So the reason they're standing still is they're blocked. So this line with the cocoa, this chest is full. So these are all just backed up, waiting for the chest to go. So that's why you see these things that are sometimes stopped. It's because they can't go into the next part of the line. So either the chest is full or whatever it's going into is full. Like this butter can't go down the chute because the chute is full. And also, apparently I had something jammed in it, which is not ideal. So yeah, so that's the idea anyway. Yeah. Oh no, it can pile up into the end in a pile if you just have it running off to nothing. Which is not nearly as much fun as it sounds. Okay. So that's going to do its thing. All right, so we're almost full on milk, which is great. So I may have to AFK the dairy tonight, just to be sure I'm getting enough milk out of that. Sadly, I cannot make a marshmallow pile and bounce in. I can make a Jello pile, though. I get multiple colors of gelatin. And I think if I get this gelatin mix plus some ice, I get a gelatin dessert block, and I think I can bounce on that. So ice plus gelatin fluid, just gelatin and water. So yeah, I think Jello is in fact slime. You know, having eaten Jello, I think that tracks. Okay, anyway. So let's craft up a couple things. So I've got some brass sheets here. That's the other thing I need to go double check and see how much brass I've got. I mean, I've got some here, so I guess that's not too bad. Right, so I need brass sheets. I need some chutes. And we're going to need some electron tubes. All right, so let's craft up some smart chutes. Actually, do I want to do it with smart chutes? I could do it with something else. That would actually make some sense, I think. So, hang on. Let me see if I have some brass funnels. Oh, I do. Oh, hey, look. More electron tubes. Okay, I had more than I thought. Wonderful. I like it when I have more than I think I have. All right, so let's get ourselves some chests. This, I think, is going to work out a little bit better. So we'll do it this way. Chests. All right, so we'll come off, and I'm going to need a couple of these things, right? You know, just for sanity's sake, I think, let's move that. Let's just kick this back here. Okay. So we're going to need a bunch of things. So brass funnels. Also, I need a thing coming off here, so cool. All right, so no, that's fine. Okay. So now we're going to need to pull out our first few ingredients, right? We're going to have to pull off flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and eggs. So that's 4 ingredients. Okay. I'm already making some of this dough over there, but I just can't get at it, so. All right, so do I happen to have any of those ingredients on me? I do have wheat. Okay, so we're gonna need wheat. Cocoa powder, which I also happen to have. Okay, good. The cocoa powder is gonna come in over here, I think. I don't. No, it's milk powder. That's not what I'm going to be looking for here. I had eggs, and then I think I threw them all away. Okay. Right, so... Okay, let's pull those brass sheets out, because those are going to be useful elsewhere. All right, I don't have sugar here. I do have wheat flour, but not useful right this instant. All right. So I need eggs and sugar. Okay, well, there's sugar, so we'll go with that. Okay. Oh, hang on. We can do this. Okay. That's going to go there. Right. Now, of course, the dough, wheat flour, sugar. Oh, it is eggs. Yeah. Okay. Or, well, eggs or water, right? This don't need eggs necessarily, but I will need eggs for the cocoa mix. So let's do this. Let's put the cocoa here. And we're going to have to go get some eggs. Okay. Fortunately, I should have plenty of eggs over here in the factory here. So, yep. Ack. Okay. Don't run on the train tracks. It's bad. Okay. All right, so I need eggs. So that means I'm going to have to come around this way. Because this is the most well-designed of all systems to get anything, right? Eggs. Okay. Yeah, this is just about all full. Except for the beef, huh? It's getting there, but... Alright. Yep, apparently I need beef. Cool. Alright. Well, that's fine. Alright, so we've got some eggs, and the sugar's going to be coming out of there, which is great. Alright, let's head inside, and we'll sleep. and we'll get the filter set up. I don't think I'm going to be at a point now where I'm going to really be able to set up everything before I'm done with stream. But we're getting closer. Okay, so let's get over here and get these eggs in place. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Darn it. I didn't mean to throw that egg, but that's okay. We're fine. Oh, I'm out of food. All right, hang on. Let me grab my lunchbox and get some more food. All right. Still working through the BLTs. I am looking forward to the day when I can stop eating BLTs and I can start eating bacon cheeseburgers or bacon chicken cheeseburgers or something. All right. No, I don't need this here. This is silly. I don't need that there at all. This is going to end up on the belt anyway. No, we're good. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. It's definitely a sometimes feel to this. All right. I do, however, want to drop a barrel in the middle of that because that will give me a place where I can just drop things in and manually feed the system a little easier. All right. So this section is basically going to be cake. Kind of. All right, so the wheat's going to come out here so we can make wheat dough. Okay, good. Our milk supply is full. The wheat dough is going to have to come over here. So, because we'll need it for the sugar dough, which is going in the cake. We also need it for the graham crackers use sugar dough. Pie uses the flour. Okay, so regular pie uses flour. The graham crackers use the sugar dough. So we should be okay there as well. We just have to make up a bunch of this stuff. So yippee skippy and things. And the sugar dough uses wheat flour as well. So we're going to generate a lot of wheat flour, which honestly, maybe I should swap this stuff around, but okay, that's going to be a thing I'm going to have to sort out. Don't know how I'm going to sort it out, but we're definitely going to have to sort it out. Okay. And so the reason I'm thinking about shifting some things around is, so the sugar dough, we come in with the wheat, we come in with the sugar, and potentially the cocoa. All right. But I also need just plain flour, which is going to move off that way too. So I think what I'm going to do is let's swap these around here. I had wheat. I don't know what I did with it, but I had it. Right, there it is. Okay. Okay. And see if I can make my jetpack work. Okay, the wheat's going to go there too. Sweet. All right. So that's going to be where we get started. We've done a lot of work for so very little effort than what it looks like, but we dug a big hole, which is the start of something new, I guess. But that's okay. However, I think this is where I'm going to have to stop because I've got some stuff I'm going to need to get done tonight. So we're going to go ahead and stop it here. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I definitely want to thank all of you for joining me today. I also want to give a special shout out to my supporters at musicfreegaming.com who are awesome and amazing. And next stream will be Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So be sure to join me there. And of course, check out all of my stuff at musicfreegaming.com. And until next time, be excellent to each other. Good night, Amanda. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.